Beck and welcome to the twice a year tag. This is a book tag that I created because I wanted to do check-ins during April and August to kind of keep me focused on what I want to be reading rather than what I feel obligated to read. So without further ado, let's dive into the questions. There's only a few, and if you want to do this video, I tag you. Please go and participate. Question number one is, how many books do you think you will read this year? And I set my goal as 50 books. I'm currently on 45 as of the beginning of August. So I'm aiming to finish maybe 60, maybe 70 books. But given that I'll be moving house at the end of September, I don't know, it might be up and down, but I'm hoping to get to at least 60. I haven't changed my reading goal yet. I'm just going to leave it at 50 for now because I'm going to feel really happy when I finally get to 50 and then surpass it. So I just need a little win, really. Question number two is, have you made a specific reading goal or target that you need to check in with and keep track of this year? And I feel like I have. I've made several reading goal-esque videos, but I really just look at them at the end of the year and see how I went. But I've mostly been keeping track of what I haul and what I read and what is on my physical owned TBR. So in terms of accumulating books, I think I'm doing okay. And in terms of reading what I set out to read, I think I'm doing all right as well. I have looked back at one of those book hauls and I didn't do as well as I thought, but at least I started several of them. So I feel like I'm kind of in the middle now, and the end of the year is going to tell me whether I make or break that or not, and I hopefully make it. We'll see. I think I'm doing pretty well with my goals. There is another one that I'm kind of filming in the background, which is the reacting to booktubers' favorite books. So I went and I did all of those reaction videos, but now I've got to actually do the reading and film the reading vlog side, and I'm finding it really difficult to do the reading because it just takes so much time. So I have started my first vlog. I'm almost at the end of it, but given that I took a while to film that vlog, I'm worried about how the others are gonna go. So that might just be the question that messes me up because I'm probably going to have to continue that into the beginning of next year, but hopefully not. I'm not sure what my reading is going to look like for the last half of the year. Question number three is, how many 5-star books have you read so far this year? And I have read 7, but I don't include rereads on that. So I've read like 6 or 7 rereads that I've loved as well. So I've done pretty well to find 7 new to me books that I've really enjoyed. And I've looked at that list before filming this video, and I've got several honorable mentions as well that I gave about 4.5 stars. One of those is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. So I'm looking forward to not only reading new books that are highly rated, but also reading new series to me as well that are potentially going to be highly rated as well. So I'm making good progress, I think, and hopefully I have more 5-star reads ahead of me in the next half of the year. Question number 4 is, what is a popular book that you own but you haven't read yet? And for me, that is Justice of Kings. I am saving this for the end of the year. I'm hoping to finish off my year reading this. I've got it put aside for, I think, November maybe, but that's fast approaching, so we'll see how I end up going. Maybe I'll read it in December, who knows, but this is put aside for this year, not for next year. I'm starting to mentally divide my reading list into this year's reads and then next year's reads. And there's a lot of new releases in January, so if I put it off to next year, it probably won't happen immediately either. So I'm trying to be strategic now and think about what I'm going to be reading. Question number 5 is, do you want to reread anything in the next few months? Yes, absolutely. I want to continue my reread of Mistborn and finish The Hero of Ages. I'm about 100 pages into this, and I put it down several months ago just because I wasn't in the mood for it, but this has been a 5-star read for me in the past, so I'm assuming that it will be the same when I reread it. I just haven't made time to do so because I've been distracted and busy and, you know, life things. So ultimately I'm aiming to at least pick this up again in August, but given that I've got the magical readathon happening during August, which I've got 1 TBR for, and then also my regular August TBR with a lot of long books on it, I'm hoping that I have the space to pick this up, but I'll push myself. I'll see how I go, but I'm aiming to pick this up, so I'm going to keep that goal present in my mind. So I'm aiming to read this, and then I've also got another reread that I want to do, which is Iron Gold by Pierce Brown, and I'm going to pick up the audiobook during August anyway, so I'll just get through this on audiobook and then I'll reread Dark Age as well. So I aim to finish my rereads of these this year, and then Pierce Brown's new books coming out in May next year, I'll be prepared for. Question number 6 is, what new release are you anticipating for the second half of the year? And I obviously lost metal, I want to say that, but I've said that for basically every video so far. I also want to say Bloodmark, which is the sequel to Legendborn, which I'm really looking forward to. It's an urban fantasy. It's set in the US at this school and it's got Arthurian legend mixed in. Something that I just adore. Beyond those, I'm not really certain, but there are a lot of January new releases, including one by Talia Hibbert that is a young adult that I'm quite looking forward to. There's the prequel to Priory of the Orange Tree, so I don't have a lot that I'm anticipating for the second half of this year, more so the beginning of 2023. I'm hoping for this year to wrap up a lot of the physical books that I've got left on my reading list rather than to incorporate new ones, but you know me, I might just say that and then decide to be in the mood for a random new series and just go out and buy a whole new bunch of books. So it really could go either way, but at the moment I'm aiming to read what I mostly own. And then lastly is question 7, and it says, what book are you planning on picking up next, and will it be a 4-star prediction or above? I think so, because I've seen a lot of hype for this book, and it's Legends and Lattes. I'm reading this as my first pick for the Magical Readathon during August, and it's a cozy fantasy, and I've read a lot of those during July and I've really enjoyed all of them. So I'm in the right headspace for it as well, which I'm really looking forward to. I view this as a coffee shop alternate universe. So often in fan fiction you'd grab your favorite characters and put them in a coffee shop, even though they were from like a massive high fantasy book with orcs and magic. That's essentially what this is. So it's an orc and she doesn't want to be going to battle anymore, and so she opens this coffee shop, I think with her girlfriend, or there's a love interest and they become girlfriends, I'm not sure. But I really like the tone of this and the general vibe of being cozy in a coffee shop. It's just, it seems great, and I like it when there's no massive external conflict and the conflict is very internal and very character focused. So I'm looking forward to reading this, and I really hope that I give it, if not a 4 stars, maybe a 5, but we'll see. I will report back on this one. But that is it for the tag. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you participate down below. I would love to hear from you, but thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.